Good morning there, folks. Well, it's morning for me as I'm recording this. I woke up a bit early and I don't have to go to work for a few hours, so I figured I'd do a re-recording for Snuggle Purr, considering the fact that her video was just so goddamn loud. Here we have her lounging in the Grey's Army lounge area. But she's got a mission to locate Sikelka at Cray's Folly. Get her Mez protection running. Okay. We got portal to Troubled Lands. Cray's Folly. Alright. We got outfit. We got shoulder bears. Got kitty claws. And we're ready to go. Now, Snuggle might be a little overdressed for this industrial wasteland. Or perhaps underdressed. It depends on how you look at it. The local freak show denizens tend to wear very little. Mind the bees. Nemesis soldiers come in uniforms that Warhammer 40k's Krieger soldiers would be proud of. And these weird deep dive battle mechs. But then there's Cray themselves, wearing the gamut of different outfits. Actually, I should do that in Snuggle's voice.
Ew! Ew, 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 ew! Why is the water so messy?
I don't know, Snuggle. I'll be like kitty. Stay out of the water.
Stay out of the water.
In case you're wondering why all the random enemies aren't attacking me, well, it's because they're all at least 6 levels lower than me. They're level 32, I'm level 46. Except for a few instances, City of Heroes does not employ levelless enemies. Though I've seen something about the Homecoming crew saying they're looking to experiment with that. That was neat, seeing freak show tanks just lounging around. Now, the mission here is to deal with, well, primarily with these guys. I'm trying to locate Sikelka to rescue her. She was kidnapped by the Nemesis army. However, that does not make the Rikti friendly. This is one of the older arcs from back before the Rikti Warzone revamp. I have sadly already passed the point where you get to see the really neat Rikti outfits. But I already took pictures of those and put them on the forums. I don't know how the suggestion of expanding those outfits out was received. Not the way I look at the suggestion forums. That's where good ideas go to get whined at. The developers will never tell you if they actually took the idea or anything. I'm going around the corner here. One of the main problems with the Super Reflexes build is that when you're dealing with enemies that use a lot of patch attacks, such as poison patches, fire patches, you gotta keep an eye on your health and have a means of regenerating that quickly. Like these guys, I can just beat the crap out of them. Storyline here is that there's two major factions of the Rikti, and they don't like each other. One group is what fiction would normally depict as being the bad guys, because they are well, the rude way of saying it is that they're racial purists, but that's not actually the issue that's dividing them. So, you have the traditionalists and the restructurists. The restructurists are largely composed of conscripts, humans who have been turned into Rikti by the Rikti to be used as shock troops. However, because they're cut off from their homeworld and there's no access to resupply or even central command, the restructurists see a lot of upward nobility. And on top of that, most of them are formerly homeless people. Becoming Rikti is one of the best things that's ever happened to them. The traditionalists, however, are all Rikti who were born on Rikti Earth. And they're stuck on normal Earth. They feel it's better to actually make peace with humanity and not keep pushing the war. And then there's the Nemesis Army. Their leader, Nemesis, he thinks it's best to sow chaos and prolong the conflict. Oop. So, that's why Nemesis has kidnapped a Rikti leader in custody that you, the player, captured just a couple missions ago. And now it's up to the heroes to rescue Sakelka and maybe begin peace talks. Peace talks that wouldn't come to fruition until the Rikti Warzone revamp, which is one of the things I really liked about City of Heroes. The story would progress forward. It rarely, if ever, seemed like rarely, if ever, seemed like executive mandate. Yep, you gotta be careful fighting Nemesis. When their lieutenants are defeated, they activate a power called Vengeance. It makes enemies harder to hit. It makes their 2-hit buffs go up. And if you defeat too many lieutenants at once, it stacks. Players get a version of it themselves. However, because of a strategy of cheesing multiple player defeats and stacking up to 6 or 7 ranks of Vengeance, the Paragon developers got tired of it, and so they shut it down, because Vengeance is a very powerful buff. And it's not working as intended when the players stack it 6 times. It's supposed to be an idea of, oh my god, they killed Johnny. Revenge! And everybody starts fighting harder to avenge their fallen friend, hence the name Vengeance. So, what the Paragon developers did was they made it so that only one instance of Vengeance could be running at a time. If you were already buffed with Vengeance, you weren't going to get buffed a second time. There is a way to cheese it, but it's difficult. You have to have 2 people standing by with Vengeance, and they have to have this like little green circle. You control click the power, and that sets your character to autocast. You have another player act as Vengeance bait. That person gets defeated, and they have to be defeated by the enemies. They can't use like the self-destruct power. That erases their body. And Vengeance needs a body to operate from. That's going to be a fun fight. Anyway, so the character gets defeated. 2 or more people are standing by with Vengeance control clicked. Somebody teleports the corpse over. And suddenly you have 3 stacks of Vengeance, 2, 3, 4, however many stacks of Vengeance. You can probably get up to 6 if everybody has Vengeance. Typically, though, you're only going to see 2 or 3 stacks. Something about the code, if everybody's receiving the Vengeance at the same time, the multiple instances of it at the same time, That's the only way to get multiple stacks of vengeance. But typically, you're in the heat of the moment. You're in the heat of the moment, you're in the middle of a fight, one of your allies falls down, you realize, this is actually a pretty tough fight. So, you activate Vengeance on the fallen buddy, and suddenly your whole team is a lot harder to hit, and they're also able to hit the enemies much more easily. Hence, Vengeance. Just haul off and blast him. Yeah! Yeah! And he activated his super shield. Cool thing about that, he's not going to get any benefit from this. Yeah, I know the graphic went. He didn't get anything. His head's not glowing. Nothing. Ripped him up like a tin can. Well, brass can. Oh, despite these things being stylized power armor, at least that's the story, it turns out that they're all robots. Put that there, that there, that there. Use that. Going into witch outfit mode. The witch outfit. Call up the contact. And now to attack a Rikti base. Oh, still in the zone. On the other side of the zone. Well, not all the way. I know I was talking about the water earlier. I want to see if Jurassic is out. This is one of his usual spawn locations. Have it out. Little jetpack.
Hey there, Brett. This is the Kitty Monster Report. Scanning around Craze Valley, not seeing Jurassic out and about. That's a good thing.
Oh, that's neat, Snuggle. What are you wearing there?
Oh, this is just my combat witch outfit. It's an adorable pink dress with little bat wings coming off of it.
Ooh, geez, there was 13 minutes left. Ugh. You want to interrupt the communications officers as soon as possible. You do not want them calling in help. Or they might still call help, but if you defeat them before the portal can fully summon, that means some Rikti are lost in subspace somewhere. Combine. Stop it. Got my cat Waylon on my lap. He likes to try to get my attention. Don't ever let anybody tell you that a black cat is bad. They're some of the most adorable and affectionate cats you'll ever find. Those drones are always so hard to hit. Back in the Paragon days, a friend gave me some advice, though. Try to use area of effect attacks almost exclusively. Because apparently, the drone enemies, especially the Rikti drones, have super reflexes. But what they're lacking is the evasion super reflexes powers. So while they're able to dodge melee attacks or ranged attacks of all kinds, when you attack them with area of effect, the area of effect to hit, it gets them. I just realized I've never been able to match that color. It's like dark blue and silver. I'm sure it's possible. I know I've been able to get that dark blue. What is glowing? There it is. Do I go through and wipe out everybody else? Well, yes, because I'm doing this for experience points. Trying to level up to 47.
Kitty attack! Bad kitty, you're a bad kitty!
And with that, I think I'll go ahead and call it here. I hope you had fun watching. Have a good one.